cold and wet, the reason why most people stop hiking in the fall and winter, but that doesn't have to be.
We're talking layering like an onion, which is the secret to getting out into the backcountry when it's cold or rainy or a mix of both. So first off, we're going to be talking about torsos, then pants, and then gloves. So first off, for torso, I break it up into 4 different layers, and you can mix and match these based on what the temperature's like outside. So first I start off with this, which is a tight layer. Now this is an MEC compression shirt, but you can get any compression shirt. There's really nothing all that special about that. The main thing about this is if you got diamond cutters like me, you need something like this to cover that so you don't get the chafing and you burn your nipples. So that's why I wear one of these, but it also has some other functions to it. You can see, aside from it being a tight shirt, when you're sweating a lot, this will keep all your moisture contained on your body and it won't start soaking into your other layers. So it's really important to remember. So after that, we got the next layer, which is going to be your base layer. For that, you want some sort of tighter long sleeve. In this case, I've got a really nice merino wool. This is from Seedon. Seedon's I think pretty new company. I really like this. If we look at the top here, it's actually got a little string so you can hang up your shirt here, your long sleeve. If you've ever been one of those persons that got like a merino wool and you hung it in your closet and you end up, put it on a hanger and you end up getting this little notch. It's really annoying. So I really like that it's got this. It's a really nice, soft merino wool fabric, super soft. I'm a big fan of this stuff. This is called their Traveler long sleeve shirt. See, this one is a large. Their shirts tend to fit a bit smaller than kind of maybe average company. So make sure if you're going to buy one of these that you get, you check their sizing chart and make sure you get something that's maybe one size bigger, or make sure you're within the proper sizing of the sizing chart. It's really soft, really nice. This is a layer that, you want to be protected from your base layer, your compression tight layer. So this layer will soak in a lot of the sweat. So you're not soaking it into your, merino wool layer, which will be keeping you at your base level of being warm. Now from here, you can jump up to the top level, and you can also take this off and just wear your compression and wear the top level, or you can jump to this level. So you can kind of mix and match them based on what temperatures outside. Is it raining outside? Do you need to have your shell on? Do you not? Is it snowing? Because if it's snowing on this, it'll soak into it. That kind of thing, right? So, or if it's snowing and it's cold and it's rainy and it's blowing wind, then you put all of them on. So the next one we got here is an REI puff. This one I think is an older model because it doesn't have the baffles on it. I think the newer ones have a baffle. These are about $200 US. Buy one of these, but the Patagonia have these, REI and Eddie Bauer. There's a bunch of companies make these things, but they're fantastic. You want to make sure that you get one that fits nice and snug. You don't want a bunch of extra material. Otherwise, when you start layering up, you're going to get all these like ruffles of material and it won't be comfortable. So this one, as you can see, long sleeve, no hood. I got this one on sale from REI in Salt Lake City. It just fits like a glove. It was like $80 US. It's just a great deal. This is super warm. I have the Amazon puff too, which is bigger and heavier and not quite as warm as this one. And this one just looks great on camera. It's a nice red. So this layer, our mid layer, the primary objective is to keep you warm. That's what this does. It keeps you warm. You can hike like this, and I definitely do. You see in my videos, I'll be either wearing the blue one or this red one more recently. And this is fine as long as it's not raining or snowing, because otherwise that will start to get this wet. And if this stuff gets wet, it's just like, especially if it gets too wet, you have no point of even wearing it. You might as well just take it off and just put on your shell, which is our final layer, the outer shell. This is to keep you dry. That's its sole purpose. It will add a little bit of warmth, but it's basically to keep you dry. So this is the Pluma. It's a 3-layer Gore-Tex jacket. As I'm sure you can probably hear, it's one of the noisiest jackets ever created. It's got a hood that can accommodate a helmet. The outer shell you only put on if it's absolutely freezing cold and you need to protect your warm layers to keep yourself warm. So that's really a lot of time you'll be bringing this more often than wearing it, but that's fine. And you can see because I have all these other layers that fit me well, they're not overly baggy, especially this red puff layer. It fits nice that I can put this Pluma jacket on. This is a Patagonia Pluma, and it fits nice. I can move around totally fine. If I had to climb something, if I use an ice axe or whatever, like there's no problems here. And something to note too, if you're able to go into the store, I know a lot of people shop online, but if you're able to go into the store, wear the other 3 layers and then put this on top and see how it fits. That way you'll know if it fits or not. For me, this fits me nice and snug, something to think about.
As you're hiking, I encourage you to put on or take off layers based on how hot you are. You don't want to overheat, you don't want to sweat in all your gear, and you'll have a lot more comfortable time hiking with the proper amount of layers on.
So let's jump over to pants. We've got 4 layers for pants as well. Now I don't always bring 4 layers of pants. I'll bring all 4 layers of jackets, and I might just take off this and take off the puff, or just wear the compression shirt with the puff and not the merino, or you mix and match them based on the weather. With pants though, you don't want to be bringing a whole bunch of pants because they weigh extra. So it's kind of like you bring them on the trailhead with you in the car, and when you get there and you look up and you assess the weather, that's when you decide which ones you're putting on, which ones you're bringing, which ones you're leaving in the truck. So first off, we've got the base layer. This is like, once again, same thing, compression. This will soak up all sorts of sweat. In this case, we've got camo. Can't see me, can't see me. Who makes, why is this, why camo, why? It was cheap, so, what can I say? But yeah, I always wear this. Doesn't matter what other layers I bring, I always bring one of these because it just, it really having it against your skin, for some reason, it just makes it feel warmer. And yeah, soaking up the sweat is a big thing. So next up, I have this is just a basic pair of pants. It's a little bit of warmth to it. It provides a little bit of resistance to snow. If I'm sliding in snow, I can probably get away with 30 to 40 minutes of sliding down my butt before it starts to soak in. These are not waterproof. If I had some really nice, Patagonia Arc'teryx pants, it would be much better. Those are expensive, maybe in time. So to combat the really expensive pants that I wish I had, I've got this, which is rain pants from Costco. It's really cheap. So all you need to do is bring something like this, just whatever normal pants you're wearing hiking, and then you bring these rain pants, which don't breathe at all, but they're, they completely, waterproof. So all you have to do is put these on over top of this if it starts pouring rain, or if you need to do some butt bogganing. That's one of the best things about hiking in the winter, is you can slide down on your butt and you don't have to hike down a lot of the time. These are perfect for that because they got this really slick material, and they're perfect for butt bogganing. Something to also note, if it's a steep mountain, make sure you know what you're getting into with the butt bogganing, because it's really hard to stop if you don't have an ice axe. Instead of bringing this, and this often just lives in my bag and I might pull it out once in a while, but if it does start pouring rain, these pants are going to get soaked. So it's good to have some of these. Once again though, if you have the option, buy the really expensive Arc'teryx or whatever brand. And then that basically combines these two into one, so you don't need to bring 2 pairs of pants, but they often get very pricey. So the other option here is you bring something like this. If you know you're gonna be digging in snow, it's gonna be 4 feet deep, snowshoeing and just tons of snow, get yourself a pair of ski pants, the whole 9 yards. We've got the suspenders. You wanna look super cool out while you're snowshoeing and out on the mountains, you gotta have the suspenders. These weigh a ton, so really, I'm only bringing these if I know for sure I'm going to be wearing them. And I'm just not like halfway through I'm going to put them on. It's just like I put these on and I go outside. That's when I'm going to be using these, but just something to think about. Sometimes I do bring these to the trailhead. I don't know if I'm going to be using them, but I always have a bag, and that's how you decide while you get there. So now let's move on to gloves. Now I'm someone who gets cold hands, really cold hands when I'm out hiking, and I'm also filming often. So I have, my right hand is always out of a glove. I'm like putting a glove on, taking it off, because I have to keep using all the buttons on the right side of my camera. So what I've just kind of figured out here is you put one of these on. These are from the dollar store. You get, 2 of these for whatever, $1. And they don't provide a lot of warmth, but it's something. I tell you, if you've ever had no gloves on, you put these on in a blizzard, it actually makes quite a difference. So from there, you're gonna put on something like this. This is from Head brand. I got from Costco. This is a winter glove. It's designed as a winter glove, but it's like I think it's a micro glove. But basically, you can fit the little glove into this glove, and you just have to kind of jam the fingers like that. And now it's really nice and snug. I tell you, this is suitable for most situations. You really don't need other gloves for most hikes, but sometimes if it's really cold, you're going out minus 20 degrees Celsius, you want to bring this, like an actual snow glove. This is a ski glove. This is the warmest you can get, basically. I do have a product video coming up soon, which is actually even warmer than this. Stay tuned for that, the new product that's been released. But yeah, basically you get both those gloves inside of here, and you're almost guaranteed your hands are going to be warm. Now, if you for some reason had your hand in freezing water and you just can't get it warmed up, a little secret, what you can do is when you're inside your glove, you have so much surface area between all your fingers. All you need to do is make a fist inside here. So tuck all your, you're gonna pull this and tuck all your fingers like this. So you have your fingers all, together, and that will actually keep your warmth within your fingers. And just briefly to talk about socks, just get like a good hiking sock that's thick. And then I've actually alternated with 2 different types of layering. Either you put like an athletic sock on underneath that, or you just bring 2 pairs of thick hiking socks. It'll give you more protection against blisters and rubbing, and it also keeps your feet warm. And if you don't need it, you can take it off. So that's something to think about with socks as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, got some good value out of this, and how to layer and how to get outside in the winter time, because we don't need to be waiting until summertime. There's plenty of great mountains to bag, and plus, who doesn't want to, do some butt bogning? So be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.